It's Cyber Monday. Hello, everybody. Taylor Hamel, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, we're excellent. This is, it's my favorite day of the year. I won't lie to you. This is the biggest sales day of the year for TreeStuff. And because we give away free orders on Cyber Monday, we get to give away the most free orders today. And, we get to call people. We're going to tell them that they use the SUPER7 coupon code, which gave them a 1 in 7 chance of getting their order completely and totally free, tax, shipping, delivery, the whole 9 yards, and the products themselves. Or a ton of people are using the Sweet 15, and they're just taking 15% off. They're stacking it on top of the existing flash sales, which are sometimes 40, 50, 60% off. And you know what, dude? We are totally out of DMM Keanus. We put the Keanu on flash sale and just poof, we way oversold the forecast. But people can still use the code and they're saving, like, how much is it, Cale? Like $180. It's a crazy amount. We'll talk a little bit about flash sale items later this afternoon. Cale and I are going to come back online without you, and we're going to talk about all of the different items. But today, we're here to talk to you and to right now to call some winners. How was your Thanksgiving? Can you tell us? Did you do anything fun?
We had just a small gathering. The wife and I and 2 friends. That was it. And
like a Friendsgiving.
A Friendsgiving.
All right, great.
Yep, it was great. Good food. As usual, I ate too much, and then now I got to deal with leftovers. Probably traditional, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes. We had some baked macaroni and cheese, some pumpkin pie, the usual.
Nice, great. Cale, let's dive in. Let's get ready. We'll make a call. We'll call Ned. Ned was a pretty big winner. He won about $935. Taylor, do you want to tell him or should I tell him? I think Taylor Hamel from DMM should tell him. That's exciting. Sure,
I'll start. You can jump in when it goes off the rails.
Okay, great. And then after, when we get back, I'm going to ask you some questions about the Keanu. I know I didn't tell you about that ahead of time, but I do want to ask you some questions about the Keanu. And Cale might have some pictures of it, and we can tell people that even though it's sold out, that they can get a great deal on a new rigging device. Let's go ahead and we'll ring up Ned, one of our SUPER7 winners, and tell him $935 coming back at him.
You've reached Ned McFarland. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Ned, how you doing? This is Taylor Hamel from DMM. I'm calling here with Nick Bonner from TreeStuff. We're calling to let you know that you got your $935 order for absolutely free. Free shipping, all that stuff. Boom. So congrats on that. And, a lot of people, I don't know, how long is this thing going on, Nick?
Well, today's the last day.
Again?
Today's the last day. He can still order again. Ned, we've had a ton of people have won twice. I tell every winner the same story. You can't win twice if you don't play twice. And you've got $935 in free roll. And Ned, I want to tell you the truly the best thing is you paid $54 in sales tax. Well, when we give you the order for free, there is no sales tax. So we got it from the government. We got the man for $55 together. That feels good. Ned, listen, have a happy holiday. Come back, place another order with the SUPER7 code. You'll get another 1 in 7 chance to win, or use Sweet 15. Get 15% off. It's your choice, man. Thanks for playing. You're a winner. You'll see a refund from us soon. Cheers. That was a good one. I do like that when we pay tax, we get to rake that back from the government. I hope that our finance people send them an email and it's like, you owe us $55. We want it back. Dear IRS. All right. So listen, we have a ton of flash sale items. One of the best ones is the Keanu. What is your favorite thing about the Keanu, Taylor, other than the name?
Oh, man, I was going to say the name. The Keanu, for me, it's light and compact, and the price point is in a spot where, you know, you can just dive in and get used to, you know, highline rigging, you know, trolley stuff, English reeve, all that kind of stuff. It's just it's an accessible piece. It's still quite strong, and it's a wonderful way to get introduced into the world of span rigging if you haven't been already. But it's super, obviously top quality, well built, and it'll last forever. And, you know, I mean, we've got a ton of professionals out there using it as well. So
excellent. Well, you've done some webinars on span rigging and some related tasks. And that's definitely, if you're interested, you can check that out on our webinar page. We have all of our past webinars are up. You can even get CEUs for learning about span rigging from Taylor. You could do that today, and you could buy a Keanu. It's out of stock. We sold through the total amount that we had, but they're busy in Wales making more, literally right now.
Yep.
Taylor called them before. He said, make more Keanus. And they're making more, so you can get one. I gave
it was that easy.
Taylor, I gave you a list of prepared questions so that you wouldn't be surprised by any of my questions, but I'm going to try to get you again and surprise you. You've been an active webinar participant for as long as I can remember, and I know that you got a little bit busy, got married towards the end of this year, but the audience wants you back for next year, Taylor. Can we get you to come back and do a webinar or two in 2022?
Yeah, of course.
Boom, we did it. The audience, we pinned him to it on a live decision, and he couldn't say no. Taylor, we'll follow up and get you booked for a couple more webinars, and we'll have really great CEU opportunities for our audience. People get 2 CEUs when they watch live, or they get 1 if they watch recorded. So if you're up against recertification, you can go on to the link that Cale has on the screen there, and you can get CEUs anytime from the comfort of your home for free. You get 1 per webinar and per quiz that you take. Okay, I got some sillier questions for you. These are from the list that I gave you. Are you an Android user or an iPhone user? I'll preface by saying I am an iPhone user 100% for sure.
Yeah, I'm an iPhone user.
Do you have anything you want to say to Android users across the country?
Do your thing. Keep hanging in there.
I want to ask, what are you thinking? Go get rid of that Android phone. It's terrible.
I want to know why, because I just want to know why when I'm texting an Android user, the text messages are in green and not in blue. Like, I just want a consistent blue text message flow.
Oh, that's easy. That's so that you know that you're talking to somebody with Android and you can thumb your nose at them, and you also know that it's not part of iMessage. So when you thumbs up or like heart it, or like if you type like boom or laser beams or any of those other cool things that Apple will like shoot laser beams across the screen on when you text people. Yeah, you can't do that with Android users.
Right. Yeah. Basically, you got to slow down your speech a little bit so they can track with you.
Yeah, exactly. My wife, God bless her soul, bless her sweet little heart. She's an Android user, and I can't get her. I can't get her to switch. A question for all of our field workers that are watching: is Android or iPhone better for tree work? Good question. Who knows? Let's give Ian a call. Ian won a free order. He used the SUPER7 coupon code. Ian didn't go very big. He only spent $116, but I guess in retrospect, he didn't spend any money because he's going to get a complete refund. Taylor, we'll let you tell Ian about his $116 free order.
Right on.
All right, we'll try Ian back. Oh, of course, I hung up just as his voicemail picked up. That's all right. We'll give Ian a try later. Want to jump to Jose.
All right, Jose.
Jose also did not have a very big order. He only had $38. Maybe we'll ask Jose why he didn't go bigger. But let's try Jose. We had 5 in a row answer when we did calls on Friday, Taylor. 5 in a row.
Everybody's busy on Mondays.
It's true, right? He's from Oceanside, California.
Welcome to the message management system.
All right. Well, we've had 2 no answers in a row. That's kind of a bummer. I wanted to ask you, I've got some more questions for you, Taylor. You have always been known as kind of a rigging expert. And I'm not going to lie, I think you take it to like 11 in terms of the nerdiness in the rigging. You're like all into the forces, and that's so cool, right? I mean, I love it, but it is, I think, beyond the normal person's level of interest. What made you that interested in rigging that you've taken the time to become such a world-class expert?
Well, I appreciate the flattery. I still have a lot to learn myself. I think it's a bit of a humbling experience, really, that really made me want to dive into learning more about it. And that is early on, back here in Minnesota, when a group of us started teaching workshops and stuff, you know, and I myself was really gung-ho and, you know, was a pretty good climber and all of that. And we were, you know, but it was probably a little premature for me to start teaching workshops, to be honest with you. And we were talking about redirects and climbing. And, you know, I had like very little information about forces in rigging at that point, you know, line angles and all that stuff. And, you know, here I was teaching this workshop and I went spouting off about the forces on this anchor, blah, blah, blah. And somebody from the crowd a bit later pulled me aside and said, hey, you know, that number was true, but, you know, there's like vectors at work up there. And, you know, started talking to me about vectors. I was like, oh, what the heck is a vector? And here I was teaching the class and didn't know what a vector was. So that really, you know, and I just probably just played it off like, oh, you know, who knows? I had an ego that didn't want to get bruised. So I just played it off at the time, but I wish I remember who that was, because I would just tell them thank you. And but that just
Me.
It was you. And I thought, yeah, but at the time, you know, I thought, oh man, I really need to bank this information. Like I'm the one up here teaching this workshop. I need to have this information available. And it's not that we were doing a bad job necessarily, but, you know, we needed to give more information. So that set me off on my crusade, as it were, to learn as much as I could about rigging. And there's still so much more to go. You know, I would say again, if anybody is really, really interested in diving in and learning about rigging forces, check out Richard Delaney from Australia.
Okay.
You know, his Rope Lab page. And I mean, he's got little worksheets and things about, you know, mechanical advantage, all that stuff. So
that was actually the next question that I was going to ask you, is there anyone that you would put up there as an expert or somebody that's been really influential in your journey as you learn about it? And you're saying Richard?
Oh, yeah, Richard, hands down.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, that would be my my go-to for anything rigging related. You know, he's not a tree guy. But everything applies. I mean, he's, you know, a former engineer. He's a mountain rescue, you know, remote area rescue, rope access, that kind of stuff. But yeah, for sure.
And that's the Rope Lab.
Rope Lab, yeah.
We'll definitely check that out. Let's do another call. We've got a lot of people. We want to let them know. Hopefully we can get somebody to answer. We've got Sam Valdez. Not the biggest order, $166. Sam's from Adrian, Michigan. So we'll give Sam a call and we'll tell him that he won $166, which is everything that he was going to pay for his order.
Everybody's busy working.
That's okay. You know, they still win. You do not have to answer the phone to win, but we do appreciate it.
Hi, you've reached Sam Valdez.
I'll leave the
Please
message.
after the tone.
Hey, Sam, it's Nick Bonner and Taylor Hamel. Cale's here too. We're calling you live from the TreeStuff show about your $166 order. Small problem with the order. I wish that you had spent more, maybe bought a GRCS or a pair of boots or a chainsaw or something really cool, because you would have gotten that for free too. You did get everything that you bought is going to be free. You're going to get a full refund, including almost $10 that you paid in income or sales tax. We're going to get that back from the government, flip them the bird, and tell them, yeah, they're not getting your tax because you don't have to pay it. We don't have to pay it. But we're going to give you a full refund on everything you paid. So great news. And we're still doing order refunds on orders through the end of the night tonight. Probably still work tomorrow, to be honest with you. I don't know. If it's on the website, I guess you can look. But yeah, get out there, place another order, and have a happy holiday season, my man. You're a winner. Sam V, $166, totally refunded. Wow, it's a good message. I'm putting that one in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, you're getting good at that, Nick.
I am. I was born to leave voicemails. Not everybody can say that.
Should work at a call center.
Yeah, exactly. I did in my youth. I worked for Discover Card, selling credit cards on the phone. And man, you got a break if you sold enough of them. So I was always trying to get a break so I could get off the phone. I sold a lot of credit cards then. Let's go ahead. We'll do another call. We'll call Guillermo. Guillermo won $600, Taylor. That's a big chunk of change to get back. So he'll get his whole order refunded. Let's see if we can get him on the line, and you can let him know.
Please leave your message for...
All right.
Guillermo Berea.
Ooh, that voice.
Hey, Guillermo, this is Taylor Hamel with DMM. I'm calling with Nick Bonner from TreeStuff. Calling to let you know you got a $600 order for free, brother. You use the SUPER7 code, so you get that order refunded. And heck yeah, man, enjoy it.
Yeah, place another order, Guillermo. You might win again. People win twice all the time. Have a happy holiday, and thanks for playing. I'm giving that one an 8 out of 10 because you were in it. I think it was automatically better than the last one. It was like a 1-2 punch, pass, shoot,
right?
score, right? Cool. All right. Well, we got a couple more calls to make. I wanted to ask a couple of questions. One of the questions that we have is about rigging. I've seen some new blocks on the market, and I had a question about the DMM blocks. DMM has not made a spring block, and I gotta believe that that's not by accident. Can you tell me why the DMM blocks don't have the springs in the opening?
Yeah, sure. It's mostly, I guess, a security thing for us. There's a couple things with spring-loaded anchor pins. One is, of course, depending on how they're situated, they can push open. Now you're hiding behind the Cyber Monday. The spring-loaded anchor pins, yeah, if they get, pushed up against a stem or whatever, I've seen it happen plenty of times where the pin gets depressed and, over time, it can actually roll open, and become unsecured. That would be one. The other is with the spring-loaded anchor pin at the top. The only thing, well, I shouldn't say the only thing, but there's less force keeping those side plates together. So if you think about taking those side plates at the top where the anchor pin is, you can actually physically pull them apart and wiggle them a bit, because the only thing keeping them together is the spring tension, right? So that in some circumstances you might get the block pinned against the tree somewhere, and you could get the load forcing the rope out against that cheek plate, and you're getting some movement there. So with a threaded pin that's secured properly, then the plates are fixed and don't have that opportunity to flex.
Okay.
So
Very interesting.
yeah.
Follow-up question.
Sure.
Can users do light rigging on a Captain Hook and a Pinto rig?
I would not.
Have you ever done light rigging on a Captain Hook and a Pinto rig?
No. I have. I will admit I have occasionally used the Captain Hook to dislodge a hanger.
Okay.
Albeit small ones. If you're up in the canopy and you got a hanger, son of a gun, and just horse it up with the Captain Hook and lower it to the ground in that way, and have a ground crew release it. But the
I'm
Captain
envisioning
Hook,
the Captain Hook is setting an anchor with a Pinto on it, and you're using the Pinto as your rigging point.
like a speed line or something.
I don't know, you just want to lower a branch while you're pruning. You hook the rig, the hook up there. You throw the rigging line through, and you use it as your top anchor, just like anything else.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, the hook is not closing, obviously. Just tie a knot.
Taylor says do not use the Pinto rig and the DMM hook for light rigging. So definitely don't do that, no matter how convenient and awesome it sounds or how cool it would look on the gram. Don't do it. You heard it here. Let's call our next winner, Randy Burke. Randy won $116. We're kind of going up and down here with the order values. We had Ned almost won $1,000. He was our first call, $940. We'll call Randy and we'll tell him about his $116 win. And we definitely won't tell him to do any type of light rigging with a Captain Hook and a Pinto rig, as cool as that sounds. But if you do want to do some rigging, you should get a Keanu, which is still on flash sale, even though it's out of stock, and you can get a killer price on that. Cale, how much is it marked down? Can you put that up on the screen? Randy's from Washington, Elk, Washington.
Hello?
Hey, is this Randy?
This is.
Hey, Randy, this is Taylor Hamel with DMM. I'm calling on behalf of TreeStuff. I've got Nick Bonner with me here, and we're calling to let you know you've got your recent order for about $116 is free. You use the SUPER7 code, so you're getting that order, all that money returned to you, plus you get the stuff.
Awesome.
Heck
Randy,
yeah.
This is Nick. I have a question for you. How come you didn't go bigger, my man?
Well, one of my other orders, I thought about it, but my wife convinced me to go with the guaranteed 15% off on the bigger order.
Oh boy, Randy, I feel like you just won twice. Not only did you take $116 off the table, but you get to go home and tell your wife that you were right and she was wrong. Yeah, do it. Let us know. Maybe even videotape it and drop us a tag on Insta. Tree Man tells wife she was wrong. What happens right before disaster? Randy, tell us a little bit. Do you own your own business?
I am just starting my own business with a friend, actually.
That's great.
The forest management, consulting, and some tree care stuff. So we're just in the initial stages of starting that and getting all the gear for it.
Wow, that's
cool.
Excellent. Well, hey, we won't keep you, man, but we want to wish you the best of luck as you start your business, and we hope you have a great holiday. And if you want to place another order, people win twice all the time.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, cheers. Have a good one, bud.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. I may have said a mistruth. Randy won 3 times because we got the government for the sales tax. He gets to tell his wife that he was right. And he actually won over $100 refunded back to him just for placing an order. So he gets the stuff he needed and he gets all his money back.
Heck yeah.
It's hard to process, right? Like, why would we have a website where people can just come and pick anything they want for free?
Indeed.
I don't know. I will never know the answer to that question. But look, if you want to take advantage of us, go for it. It's It's so small. It's $167 off the Keanu trolley, which I'm sure is a violation of $145 off. You should get it while it's marked down, and you can either take 15% off on top of that, according to Taylor Hamel, or you can use the SUPER7 code and get a 1 in 7 chance of a free order, which is awesome.
Yikes.
Taylor, I've got some more questions for you. Do you have, can you remember when was the best day and the worst day of doing tree work? I can tell you the worst day for me right away, the top 2 worst days even, but the best day I think would be harder to pick.
I think your worst day was when that crane fell off, or the basket fell off the end of the crane.
That was not there. I wasn't considering that. That was actually, I did tower work and the basket fell off the crane. And that was a bad day. But for me, was one of the last days that I did tree work was when I got stung by bees really badly and almost died. And then another time, a guy that I was working with was cutting and he was making the back cut on a very dead, very small tree that you wouldn't have thought much about in a very insignificant and unspecial environment. And a hanger fell off the tree, a small branch that you probably might not even get out of the way of. And it fell straight down and it hit the top, his top hand that he had wrapped around the saw, and it basically cut his thumb off.
Ooh, yikes.
The saw was in the kerf, and it just boom. And I look up and his thumb's just like hanging off by like a piece of skin. And it was very graphic and
yikes.
And disgusting. Yeah, it was awful. That was a good friend of mine, Chris knows. He has his thumb back, but with very limited mobility, which is unfortunate. Yeah.
Man, well, for me, that's tough, man. I've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows, but I think we'll start with the bad one. I think, I made a point to just be a very careful operator in general. Like I would always take a piece smaller with no hesitation. I would, all that stuff, just like, let's make sure that we don't break anything. We're here to do this job as professionals, and anybody can get in here and break stuff. And toward the end of my contract climbing days, I noticed I was just I don't know if I was getting jaded or I was just frustrated or, who knows what. And I took a chance. Was that, oh, that was your phone?
that was Cale's wife.
I thought you were playing like My Heart Bleeds for You. You were going to do something. But anyway, I took a chance. I went against my better judgment, and we ended up losing a stem. It was rigged out the top of this oak tree. It was pretty hollow at the base. I had one of the ground crew put the notch in, just to give them some experience or whatever. But I wasn't there to supervise, and I came back in the backyard, and they had kind of foobarred this notch. And by that point, I wasn't going to climb the stem anymore to take more off of it. And so we stuck a rope in it. We had to pull it back kind of perpendicular to the lean. It was anyway, the whole thing was just bad judgment on my part. So, and as it was going over, then there was even less holding wood than I thought. And so we lost it sideways, and I ended up clipping the side of the patio, just a little patio decking. I took the two bottom steps off of this thing with the red oak trunk. And that was hands down the worst damage I've ever done in my tree life. And, it was just like me being frustrated and not taking my own advice, which is be patient, step back and you know, do things right. Make sure you're not wrecking anything. So nobody got hurt. You know, it's just a few broken steps on a deck, not the end of the world, but I ate humble pie, that's for sure. And
in my mind, you like had carpentry tools in your truck and you fixed it yourself, like right then, right there, like with a hand miter saw, and you repaired it. So if that's not what happened, don't dispel it. But Taylor Hamel.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's totally what happened. Yes.
Taylor Hamel's worst day on the job, he took 2 steps out with a felling tree. So, wow, it could have been way worse than that. But definitely, to your credit, you've always struck me as a very cautious and extremely competent guy. I'm not surprised that weighs so heavily on you. Something so minor.
Yeah, it was a bummer. Doesn't keep me up at night anymore, but at that time, yeah, it was a bummer.
Wow.
But,
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, best days working in trees. I mean, being able to travel, working in different countries for sure. You know, man, I mean, climbing the biggest, the white knight, the biggest Eucalyptus viminalis in Tasmania was absolutely fantastic. I guess that wasn't really work. It was just fun, but
Sure.
Man, work days, I don't know, just like when you're big crane job, everything's going well, all the pieces come off just super slick, and everybody's just like having a good time. It's pretty low stress, you know. Although I will say, like, big crane jobs are pretty high stress for me, but you know, at the end of the day, you get it when everything's going right. You know, it's great. It's just awesome to rig the piece and just cut it off and it just floats away. Like,
let the machine do
crane
it.
work is probably some of the most satisfying when it goes really well. But
yeah, you don't have to carry any logs afterwards.
Yeah,
Let's
for
go
sure.
through and call some more winners. We've got a couple more I want to get a hold of today. Spencer Noyce won $458. He's going to get back. He's from Redway, California, and $460. I mean, that's a chunk of change that I would be. Yeah, I'd be thrilled.
Welcome to the U.S. Cellular voicemail. 70.
Right, we're not going to leave a voicemail. Let's call Michael Flynn. Michael won $262.
262.
$262.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not often you get a busy signal from a 4-star general. I had to throw that one out there. Let's go ahead. We've got one more call that I want to make today. It's actually a very big winner, almost $1,200. And he is this is Jason Wilhide, and he won $1,200. We'll try to dial him up. If he doesn't answer, we'll take a minute and chat for a second and try to call him back right away.
Hello, it's Jason, Sunrise Street.
Hey, Jason, this is Taylor Hamel from DMM. And I'm calling here on behalf of TreeStuff. I got Nick Bonner on the line. And we're calling to let you know that your SUPER7 code got you your $1,189 order for free, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Heck yeah.
Does that mean that are you guys going to credit it back, or?
Yeah, Jason, this is Nick. Thanks for playing. We will do. It takes a minute. We got to wait for the order to ship complete. Make sure that everything's out the door. Although it looks like it's already getting ready to ship. But then over the next week, Cale and I will go through and manually execute all these refunds. It can take a hot minute for you to get your money back, but we'll get it back to you. And yeah, you'll get all $1,189.96 back, tax, shipping. And the stuff is on its way to you at normal speed.
Yeah, I should have made it.
I'm sorry?
I should have made the order bigger.
That's right. You should have. You should have. You know, you can order again. We're giving free orders away through the end of the day, Jason. The max value of a free order is capped at $5,000. So you could go order a GRCS or something like that, and just take a shot at it. People win big every year. We haven't had a max winner this year. I would love to have one. So if you are still looking to get an order, do it. You've got until
I'm good. I'm good. You said a GR. What is that?
a GRCS, a good rigging control system.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got a couple of porter reps. I don't really like those things. They take too long. They take a little while to set them up each time you use them.
Does take a while, but it lets you lift 3,000 pounds with the crank.
I know. I've used them before. I'm familiar with the system.
All right, well, you know, Jason, look, it's your money, man. You won.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
Good, I don't. I'm not good with what I got. That was a pretty big order.
Heck yeah. Hey, Jason, what are you up to today? Are you out bidding jobs? Are you just kind of picking up the scraps from the weekend, or what's going on for you today?
I'm headed to go bid my next estimate.
Right on.
Yeah, I do these. I'm the estimator. I'm
Okay.
the owner and the estimator.
Oh, that's a classic combination.
Yeah, my crew hits the jobs. I mean, I've worked with them and trained them, so they're good, and they go hit the jobs while I'm out selling them.
Good. Well, hey, listen, just a couple more weeks left in the year. We hope you have a great holiday, and we really appreciate your business. And yeah, you won $1,189. So congrats, and you know, dinner's on us tonight, basically.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are affiliated with Cheryl Tree, right? That's your sister company?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought.
but I don't want you to shop there.
Last year.
I don't want you to shop there.
I got you. Well, yeah, you don't, and vice versa.
Oh, that is not true. And let me tell you this, they have given away exactly 0 free orders, my man. So, hey, on that note, I'm going to bounce. I got to let Taylor go or he starts charging me by the hour at 1:15. So, hey, listen, thanks a bunch, man. And you be safe, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, cheers.
See ya.
You know, Taylor, we've given away over $100,000 in free orders before we even got into this year. So just last year and the year before, doing free orders on Black Friday, over $100,000 in free orders. People win all the time. We call people every day of the promotion and we let them know that they've won. We have winners as low as $1 sometimes, $10. And then we get people that spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and they get it all back. We've had a ton of great guests this year, yourself included. You were on twice. We really appreciate that.
No worries.
Taylor is the technical rep, boss man, big deal at DMM, which is, in my opinion, the finest manufacturer of climbing equipment in the solar system. There's nobody better from here to that little tiny thing that they used to call Pluto. You guys make the best stuff. And we appreciate DMM making you available, DMM having someone of your expertise, and, you know, to be honest, fame on their team. Yeah, DMM is a great partner of ours. We've got a bunch of cool DMM items on sale right now. Definitely check it out. Cale, did we forget anything? Sam, that's what's up. Sam, make me a video and send it to media@treestuff.com and tell us how much you appreciate it. That would be great. Other than that, everybody have a happy Cyber Monday. We'll be back in a couple hours, Cale and I, and we're going to talk about some of the flash sale items. So you can check that out a little later, okay? Hey, cheers, everyone.